Greetings RC fans, Sharky here and welcome back to Vulcan Raceway for this episode 4 of our American Muscle head-to-head league. Last week we saw some very interesting racing action and we now have a clear leader in the form of Cuboid. Is anybody capable of beating him? We'll have to see today. So here's our draw for episode 4. Red lane, blue lane, red lane, blue lane, red lane, blue lane, red lane, blue lane, red lane, blue lane. That one empty. Red lane, blue lane, red lane, blue lane, red lane, blue lane. Got 2 more to go. Red lane, blue lane, and finally red lane versus blue lane. Oop. So I versus F, J versus G, H versus C, D versus A, B versus E, C versus E, D versus J, A versus G, H versus F, and I versus B. Interestingly enough, Kelden Raven is starting us off in I versus F, which is Matthew Harding in the Chevelle SS. And Kelden's in the Dodge Charger RT, and Kelden is going to finish it off again in the red lane, this time against B, which is the Comish in the Ford Thunderbolt. So this concludes the episode 4 draw. Track again is ready. Safety teams are ready. We've had another addition to the vendors. Love the colour of this purple ice cream vendor. Cars are ready in their first matchups. So let's get down to it. And here we go with the first matchup of the day. We have race 1. We have I versus F. I is Kelden Raven in the Dodge Charger RT. He's on the red lane, and F is Matthew Harding in the Chevelle SS. Clear matchup all the way down, and Matthew Harding takes it with a 1.9. Next up, on the red lane, we've got Moose in the Pontiac Firebird, and on the red lane, we have got Daisy Brennan in the 57 Chevy. Wow, that Pontiac's really got his eye in, and he says a time of 1.9. Moose beats Daisy Brennan with a 1.9 in the Pontiac Firebird. Next up, we have car H, which is Ego with the Chevy Greenwood Corvette, against our league leader, the Cuboid, or Mr. Cuboid, in the Ford Fairlane GT. And yet again, Cuboid wins. This guy has yet to lose on the track. Is this going to be the way? Is he going to romp away with it? Are they going to be racing for positions 2 and 3? We'll see what happens. Next, we've got Mark Taylor in the custom Ford Maverick in the red lane. And on the blue lane, we've got the Ford Mustang Mach-1 of the V-Man. I did wonder whether the V-Man was going to pull that off there, because he seemed to get ahead of the Maverick coming down the initial section. But then it seemed that the Maverick went into high gear and left him standing with a 1.8. So that's a win for the Maverick with Mark Taylor. Now this matchup is important for all the wrong reasons, because these two guys are tied for last place currently, so whoever wins will get a lead and move off the bottom position. On the red lane, the right hand lane, we've got car B, the Comish in the Ford Thunderbolt. On the blue lane, we have got the purple Chevy Camaro of Bear. Tight all the way down, a 2.1. Interesting how the Thunderbolt was weaving there, but I do believe that was a win for Bear in the Chevy Copper Camaro, the car E. Hardly seems fair to Bear this. He's come off his first win in this tournament to go up against the current league leader, Cuboid. So we've got Cuboid in car C, the Ford Fairlane GT on the left hand side, and on the right hand side we've got Bear in the Chevy Copper Camaro. Can he pull something magic out of this, or is Cuboid just going to destroy somebody else? And Cuboid just destroys somebody else with a time of 1.8. Next up, we've got the black Ford Maverick of Mark Taylor on the red lane versus the blue Pontiac Firebird of Moose on the blue lane. And the Pontiac takes it with a 1.9. Next up, we've got the Ford Mustang Mach-1 of the V-Man in the red lane versus Daisy Brennan in her 57 Chevy, the pink car, on the blue lane. Clear win there, 1.9 seconds for Daisy Brennan. So, on the red lane, we've got the Greenwood Corvette of Ego versus on the blue lane, we've got Matthew Harding in his Chevelle SS. And a clear win there for Matthew Harding with a 1.8. So, last matchup of the day, we have got Keldon Raven on the red lane in his Dodge Charger RT, and on the blue lane we have got the Ford Thunderbolt of the Comish. Good luck, drivers. Wow! Wow! The Comish pulled one out there and beat Keldon. He got a 2.0, and so car B, the Comish, beats Keldon Raven. What a turn up. I wasn't expecting that. Well, folks, that's it for episode 4. As it stands at the moment, in first place is Cuboid with the Ford Fairlane GT, 6-0. Second is Matthew Harding, the Chevy Chevelle SS. He's coming hard for him. Can anybody actually beat Cuboid and open this competition back up? In third place, joint third place, is Mark Taylor in the black Ford Maverick and Moose in the blue Pontiac Firebird with 4 and 2. In joint fifth, the Friends, Daisy Brennan in the 57 Chevy, 3 and 3, and Keldon Raven in the Dodge Charger RT, 3 and 3. In seventh, we have Ego in the Chevy Greenwood Corvette, 2 and 4. And in joint last place, we have the V-Man in the Ford Mustang Mark 1, 1 and 5, the Comish in the Ford Thunderbolt, 1 and 5, and Bear in the Chevy Copo Camaro, 1 and 5. So everybody has won at least one race. Don't forget to go like, comment, subscribe, stick the notification bell on, do everything that you're supposed to do. Next week, the drivers are getting a week off because next week it's A11 Outlaws, which means Keldon Raven's not actually getting a week off, or he might be. Depends what's going on. Anyway, that may give people chance to tune, play with their motors, get everything ready. So hopefully somebody will be able to take out Cuboid and actually open this competition back up. Otherwise, we're going to be racing for second and third place. Anyway, see you soon.